Hello, good morning. I hope everybody's bright and jolly on this Saturday morning. I love Saturdays. I get so much crafting done and peaceful time early in the morning before everybody else is up without having to think about dashing off to work. So, it's Saturday again and I'm back with the Saturday share number 2. So, this week's sheet looks like this. Okay, so you've got 4 tea cards, you've got some book page collage, you've got some pretty circles, the back of one of those train tickets, a stamp that I have, a tag cut out of a collage that I did, and a tag cut out of one of those bus tickets. And then right across the top is a template that I did on paper for the envelope. And I thought what we'd do today is we would make a small tag and pocket. So I have already cut out all the pieces. And these ones are the actual originals that I photocopied or scanned, so I won't obviously have to cut them out. And I have all my little pieces here. Get rid of that piece of string, and all I'm going to do is, having cut out my template, I'm going to take a ruler and I'm going to hold it point to point like that. I'm going to bring up the side. I'm going to bring up the other side in exactly the same way, like that. I mean, you could obviously use a scoreboard for this. I just figured as there was a ruler on my table and I had to lift my scoreboard up, I'd just use the ruler. Okay. So on the template, I do feel that the fold areas are pretty obvious because it's the end of these points and then the end of these points. So then I'm just going to take my trusty Pritt stick and I fold this over like this. Not the top flap because obviously that's our closure. And I'm just going to put, this is very thin paper. Obviously when you print out your sheet you can do it on a heavier grade so that your envelope or pocket is much stronger. And then we just, whoops, make sure he's straight, that helps. There we go, just fold him down, whoops, fold him down like that, and we've got our lovely little envelope. And then obviously we've got all of these pieces to make a tag and decorate our envelope with. Now, I thought it might be nice to use this as both a tag and a background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work out how big I want him by just lining him up. Whoops, fingers and thumbs today, aren't I? There, gonna cut straight across there, and then I need to work out how wide I need it to be. About there. And I'm not going to comment on how badly I do at cutting straight because we have that conversation in every video. I've just learned to like suffer it now. And generally you can cover it up with most decoration anyway. Call it defeatist, but whatever. So I'm going to put this on there. And then I'm going to get rid of the white around the edge because I don't feel we need that. I think it slightly distracts from the butterfly image. If you like the border, obviously that's absolutely fine. Keep your border. And then I think I'm going to use my bus ticket like that. I'm just going to put them across the front there. So I'm going to put the bus ticket down first. And then I'm going to put the T card on top. Like that. I think we need a bit of fluff for the bottom. So let's find some trusty seam, not seam binding, cheesecloth or similar. There we go, bit of fluff. So just a little bit of fluff across the bottom. Can I say, by the way, thank you so much to all the new subscribers this week. It's absolutely amazing. The subscription number has almost doubled. Thank you, thank you. You are wonderful people. And I'm just thinking, maybe I'll put my 2 circles on there just to lighten up the bottom half. These circles are perfect if you have for a 1-inch circle cutter, if you have one of those. Nice and easy, just snip snip. If you haven't and you're better at cutting than I am, then obviously you can hand cut them with a pair of scissors. So there's my pocket, or my envelope. I'm now going to put a little bit of lace across there. Is this lace too pale? So obviously these are just little bits that I'm pulling from my stash. It's okay, but it's a little bit light. Not something a bit darker that's close to hand. Obviously not. Nothing's ever close to hand, is it? Takes ages to rummage. Oh, here we go. Same lace, but that's already been tea-dyed. No, this is definitely tea-dyed. So I'm just going to snip a little bit off there. She says, why is that so difficult? Probably because I only had 2 cups of coffee this morning. It usually takes about 4 before I'm actually awake. I'm just going to place him on there like that. And then I'm just going to trim him up. So there we have our envelope and flap. Obviously you can decorate the back if you want to. I'm not going to. I'm going to use it for a little sort of note space or whatever. So then we want to make our tag to go inside. So I'm going to make sure, I want to keep this bit in here. I'm going to make sure that I cut it definitely narrower, because the last thing we want is it getting stuck on our sides. Again, not rocket science, very, very simple, just fun really, just sharing fun. That's all one thingy, a little bit off the top. There we go. Okay, so then I'm going to add my tag and my lady up there like that. So I'm going to put some glue on my tag. You see, I'm not doing any inking up this morning. I just feel a bit done with dark edges, so I'm sure we'll be back to normal later in the week, but at the moment I'm just a bit like, you know what, no, enough with the brown. And whoops, put her on the right way round will help, wouldn't it? Put her like that. Okay, and then I'm going to find a little bit of, that's a bit too dense. Need something a little bit more soft. Soft. See, I'm covering up that lady. That's my problem. Doopy 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 doop 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 doop. If I'd have thought about it, I'd have put her lower, wouldn't I? And I didn't think about it, so I didn't. This is a lovely bit of velvet. This is actually from a huge book that I managed to get my hands on of blind samples of the fabrics that they use for blinds. So I thought that was quite nifty. I'm quite lucky that I've got a fairly large, it's not actually an industrial estate, it's more of a artisan crafts area, but they tend to be sort of quite big businesses rather than single people. I mean, there's one firm that makes blinds, there's one that makes lampshades, and when you go in, there's 4 ladies covering the lampshade frames, so that's quite awesome. So it's sort of artisan, but then it's also sort of big business. So there we go. So I've got a little tag. It's plain on the back. There's a bit of glue or something there for journaling. And we got a lovely little envelope. And this will slide. She says, did we glue it shut? No. This slides inside. Now obviously, if you wanted to stick it down in a journal and have it open like that, then you'd need to decorate this side, not that one. But if you want to just have it as an envelope and an additional tag, then decorating it that way round works perfectly well. So there you go. And I've got 3 tea cards, a little tag and a stamp left over, which I can obviously use for something else. So let's push that up there as done for a moment. And we could maybe make an altered paperclip or something with this. So if I find a bit of book page, trusty old book page, you know how I feel about those. Let's find a piece of book page like that. Let's glue him together. Like Oh, see, this is what happens when you work too quickly. I'm going to use my ruler as a bit of a bone folder, like that. Make sure it's nicely stuck down. And then what I'm going to do, I believe, is, yes, I'm going to glue that one there, and I'm going to glue, we're not going to get all three on, I don't think, are we, or are we? No. I'm going to glue this one on here, like so. Okay, here's my ruler again. Oops, as a bit of a bone folder. And then what I want to do is I want to give myself a little bit of space there, like I've got at the bottom. And then I want to fold, need some more glue under that one. And then I want to give myself a flap. So all I'm going to do is put that in that fold, and I'm going to put that across there like that, and that is where I want to pull it off. Give him a little trim there, and then let's get some glue under here because this is bugging me. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is, also I've got two lines there, so that's only going to be one between the two. So I'm going to cut up there like that. Up there like that. And I'm going to, on that fold line that we had, make sure it's straight, like that. And again, on this one, where's my fold line? There. Sorry about that scratching, that's Bev having a wriggle round. She's up with me this morning while everyone else is asleep. Okay, and then we need to find a couple of paper clips. And then I'm just going to put him like that on there, yeah, and I can put a little dangly on there, and I've got the paper clip on the back. So let's use a bit of my trusty Fabri-Tac for this to make sure it's nice and strongly sealed shut. Oh, except it's being naughty, Fabri-Tac. We've all had this problem, haven't we? Here we go. No. Let's get the big bottle. So in between the paper clip, I always go in between the paper clip just to make sure. A little press down for a minute. Oh, sounds like next door's awake. You can hear the music. Just trimming off that little edge there. So, and then if you want to, what I've done in the past is you can take a little bit of coffee dyed paper, you can slide it under there, and then you've got a coffee back. So let's do that. So just glue up the back, and it will obviously double seal your fold over. I've got enough Fabri-Tac on there to hold a house in, but anyway, slide that under there. Line it up, yeah, excess glue, just give it a little press, like that. Perfect. Trim round, obviously, because that would be a bit weird, wouldn't it? There we go. So now we've got a little journal space if we want it on the back there. We've got a little bit of interest on the front. That will obviously slide onto a journal page. But if we find a little bit of lace, cheesecloth, etc., we can put a little dangle through the side there. I've got a little fabric end here from where I was doing some fabric stuff last night, and it's because it's the seam edge, it's got two colours on it, which makes it quite interesting. So you can poke that through. Poke that through. Give it a tie. Nice and tight. Like that. Tie that one down. Give that one a little trim. It's a bit long. Always cut the angles. Like that. There. Ink it up if you want to. A little bit of lace, maybe a button, cheesecloth, something like that. Jobs are good, as my hubby would say. So there you go. Let's get rid of all of this. So this morning, using our Saturday share sheet, we have managed to create the little envelope, the tag, and one, I haven't finished that one, but two altered paper clips. We still have 3 pieces left. We just added a bit of glue and some faff from our kit. So happy making. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for allowing me into your home, as always. This share sheet will be in the Facebook group. Please feel free to go along, download it, and use your finished pieces in any way that you feel fit. Have a great day. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon. Bye.